Pyrography coming to life, and today we're going to be using some watercolor pencils on this 12-inch round of untreated wood. You can catch the first part of this pyrography where I burned it. It's called Pyrography, Burn Sketch of a Wildflower on 12-inch Round Freehand. You'll find that in my other videos. There are many different ways to use watercolor pencils. For example, in my case, I am dipping the pencil into a little cup of water, but you can also do lots of different things, such as sketch it first, add water next. You can work on a wet surface, like a piece of paper that you wet, and then you use your pencils. And the neat thing about pencils is that you can use a combination, sketch and use just the pencil, and within that same frame, use water on other parts so that there's a combination, almost like a multimedia. Today, I dip my pencil into the water, and I'm getting a variety of different intensities. With my moss colored, I'm just leaving some spaces because I'm going to build in a lighter shade of green, allowing it for the dynamic that I always like to have, which is a little bit of a light source. So I'm bringing in that more grassy green and filling in these lines to bring the leaves of the stem to life with color. Now, I'll add a little bit over here as well. Just going to do light because there's so much of my burn sketch there that I don't need to use that mossy color. And don't ever be afraid to use your fingers to blend. I mean, anything is fair game when it comes to art. Fingers, anything. So now I do want to bring in a lot of vibrant color into my primary sketch of the flower. Starting off with a purple, I want to give that nice deep color toward the center of the flower. And I just apply it with room for other colors to come in. And as I develop this color pattern, I start to see it take shape, and I'm starting to contemplate what colors I want to bring into my wood canvas. And I'm building these leaves, well, the petals rather, as I did the leaves, leaving some space for my other colors to come. Now with wood, it starts to absorb the moisture, which allows the color to start to be a more blending rather than specifically initialed with a pencil. We have that nice blending effect. Now, again, initially, my goal is to get that really pretty purple, hints of it around the petals, but really the focus from the center outward. I'm giving it a little color behind, but leaving big spaces for the additional colors that we'll bring in along the way. Getting it right into those crevices. Now, with this pyrography, those burn marks really actually capture the color, which is cool because it doesn't just go off onto its own and disappear beyond the lines. Really, it kind of stays within the containment. And at the same time, this is a watercolor, and it's okay that it delicately bleeds through, but I find it interesting that these nice hatch marks and lines help give a border to these colors. A pink shade is going to give a nice highlight to these petals. Applying the same technique, dipping it into my water, letting it soften a bit, and just reapplying. Sometimes it helps to put a little drop of water onto the surface that you're using and then color onto it. But primarily for me, softening it into that little Dixie cup is perfect. I'll give a little highlight to the base of it as well. Even though I have the purple there, I can do an overlay of that color just to give a little hint of what's above. And if I see something, again, I can use my fingers, take it up. Giving a partial tip to the top with that light. And starting to really see what this color palette's going to be about. And I can also follow the shading that I did with my pyrography. And I love to play with different colors, so I'll be bringing in a few more before I will be satisfied. But this purple to pink transition gives a nice overall kind of tropical feel. Now I want to bring in a different color. I want to bring in this baby blue. And this will just be for little hints of extra color because I love blue with the pink and purple. And really it's just, again, to give a highlight rather than to be a dominant color. And I'm going to just smooth that in, blend it with my finger. Like with that pink, I bring some of that blue into the tips. Within my pieces, I do like to have all the colors have a certain amount of balance. In other words, it can't just be too heavy in one area, so I'm going to give a little overlap of that baby blue, that light blue, into that center part where we started with the purple. I want to bring in a lighter color, and this is kind of a wheat color, but it's too similar to the wood, so I'm going to scratch that color. Let's bring in a little bit lighter yellow. So yeah, I think that'll be good. Giving a little drawing to it. Let's get some heaviness to it first, and then I can apply some water. Sometimes I just go back and forth with how I want to apply the watercolor pencil. Just a light extra, not something too shocking. I could have used a much deeper, brighter yellow. I just want a light kind of green yellow to give the center a little portion. And also I can give highlights to the rest of the flower as well. Get in there and just touch it off here and there with a little highlight. And always revisiting those tips as well. center overlay. Again, making sure that my story is balanced. My colors are balanced. Definitely like it on these leaves. For just a tiny little hint of bright color, I'm going to bring in a red. And my goal here is just to give a little hit. This crimson red is just meant to catch the eye in just small little sparks of color. Little details of the various colors, and I'm satisfied. Let's take a look at the depth of these colors and the playful nature of the blue against the pink and purple, with just a hint of that crimson red and the yellow adding to the leaves and the center part of our flower. You can see how those grooves really help provide the outline where the color is kind of captured within it. Thank you so much for joining me today and playing with some watercolor pencils and also some color variation, figuring out where we want to add little hints and highlights or deeper, more dominant colors. I like working on a 12-inch round. It gives me plenty of space to play with pyrography and also my watercolor pencils. As always, I am wishing you happy watercolor creations. Have a great day.